This is MMR radio station on Seventh-day Adventist Church platform.
Bekunene sithi Jehova anilondoloze ngaso sonke isikhathi lona khuluma nani mfundisi Mbele ovela lapha eMMR radio station ngendlela lekhethekile sithanda ukuthi happy sabbath. Isikhathi sethu ke lesibhekene naso namhlanje 10:06 mhla ka-2020 isabatha lango April ngeke laphinde lashintsha namhlanje ke lapha eMMR station lapho kunokukhanya khona siniphathele mfundisi Danxa loto sithulela morning devotion lapho azosipha khona mandla asicinise ngesabatha likaJehova kwangathi ke Jehova nganibusisa ekungeneni kulenzaba yethu yezwi likaJehova sicela ke ukuthi sithathe isithuba lokukhuleka sivala amehlo siyakhuleka ekuseni mdaluzini nomhlaba sibonge ukuthi wena ube nathi sicela ngoSiyehova ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi uchubeke usendele ukudla vuka nathi namhlanje ngesabatha lakho usahole mdaluzini nomhlaba hamba ke nathi ke konke sodukwendakale nenceku yakho izathi ikhulume nathi Nkosi silondolote ngegama likaJesu kude kuphakade amen. Siyaphambili ke asive mfundisi Danxa losiphathele in a very special way ingoma lato sidlalela yona la isanzile ukuthi angakhuluma ngayo relate nihambisana nomlayeto wakhe la siphethele wona sibonge Jehova ngegama laJesu Kristu MMR radio station ilapho kunokukhanya.
Ngithanda ukubingelela ibandla ngegama likaJesu inkosi yethu leyibuya masinya. Namuhla ngithanda ukuthi sike sithi ukubuka amavi lasiwathola kule ncwadi yaka Isaiah sifunza khona uIsaiah 43 siyofunza lapha ku verse 2 sibuye futhi sifunze lapha ku Isaiah verse 18 and 19 lithi ilivi lenkosi uma silifunda lapha ku Isaiah 43 verse 2 when you pass through the waters I will be with you and through the rivers they shall not overflow you when you walk through the fire you shall not be burned nor shall the flames scorch you. Uma sifunda lesibili uverse 18 ithi iBhayibheli lana do not remember the former things nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Bazalwani, uNkulunkulu uhlala busisa ukufunda kwelizwi lakhe. Uma sibhekana nalesimo esizithola sikulo njengebandla ngiyaqabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe abaningi batibuta umbuto wokuthi ngabe sitophumela yini ngabe sitonqoba. Bazalwani, uma sibuka lamavi angafundzile namuhla ngifuna sibe nomqondo lo uthi uNkulunkulu lo wabanathi kwisikhathi esadlula usase uNkulunkulu namuhla uNkulunkulu lo watibonakalisa ngetimangaliso in time past is still the same God and he can still achieve what we never thought it is possible to achieve. Uma ikhuluma nabantu abakhe who were in exile mabakhuluma nabo kulesimo lebakuso eBabylona uthi kubo when you pass through the waters I will be with you when you pass through the rivers they will not overflow you when you walk through the fire you will not be burnt nor the flames scorch you. Uma ekhuluma nabo kanjalo bazalwane he brings to their attention two incidents that prove how powerful he is. In the first instance, God takes them back to when they faced the Red Sea, which at the time appeared to be insurmountable. He also takes them back to the Jordan River, which was swelling, which when they looked at, it looked like it is impossible. So when God says to them, when you pass through the rivers, they will not overflow you. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Nkulunkulu is bringing to their memory what he has already accomplished. He's bringing to their memory what he is capable of achieving. He is bringing to their memory what was done on their behalf, which on their own they would not have been able to do. Into lengithandako bazalwane about the verse lesifundako, uNkulunkulu does not say if you pass, uthi when you pass. Lokho kusho ukuthi kutofika isikhathi lesesinjalo lapho kutomela ukuthi sibhekane nezimo which we will not be able on our own to pass through. But okumqoka la uthi uNkulunkulu uma kwendeka ukuthi udlule kulendzawo le inamandi amaningi, uma kwendeka ukuthi udlule kwindawo lenomfula, angeke umfula ube nakho ukuthi it should overflow you. Uthi uNkulunkulu you will pass through. And ngifuna sivisise kahle lendzawo, uthi uNkulunkulu you will pass through. And that's the first word I want us to commit to our memory. Yes, we will go through. Yes, we will not be overwhelmed, bazalwane. Nalesikhathi esibhekene naso where there are a lot of questions, there are a lot of difficulties. Siyodlula bazalwane uma singathi ukuthi kulesimo ukuso, kulesimo ibandla lisithola likuso, liyathi ukuthi uNkulunkulu lo wadlulisa abantwana bakaIsrayeli, wabadlulisa through the Red Sea, is still the same God. And just as they walked on dry ground, just as he saw to it that what seemed impossible becomes possible, even nanamanje uNkulunkulu he will still do the same thing. And then he says to them, when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned and the flames will not scorch you. uNkulunkulu is bringing to their memory the experience of the three Hebrew boys laba bathathwa balahlelwa into the fire. And when they were in the fire, umasifunda their story in the book of Daniel, ngithanda verse lithi, when they came out, not even one piece of their hair was bent. The only thing that was bent was that the cords lebaboshwe ngato were no longer there and they were bent. Ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyakwazi bazalwane ukuthi asidlulise kwizimo where people can never understand sidlule kanjani. Nami ngiyathanda ukuthi ngithi kuthi sibandla, when we go through moments such as the one we are going through, let us know that we are not going through these moments alone. uNkulunkulu unathi, and lokumqoka ukuthi number 1 we will pass through, number 2 we will walk through. But ngithanda uNkulunkulu uma ebatshele lokho, ebakhumbuza what he has done in the past, akafuni ukuthi bahlale only with a memory of what he's able to do in the past. He goes on to say to them in verse 18, don't remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness. Now, this is what is interesting. We know the importance of looking back, because when we look back, we draw strength. When we look back, we are able to draw lessons out of what God has accomplished on our behalf. In fact, I'm reminded of the famous quote we use as a church. from Ellen White in the book Life Sketches, where she says, "We will only be afraid of the future as we shall forget how he has led us in the past and his teachings in our past history." So as we face the future, we can only be afraid of it. We can only be uncertain about it. We can only be worried about it as we shall forget how he led us in the past, as we forget his teachings in our past history. In other words, as a church, we are facing an uncertain future. As a church, we are no longer worshiping in our buildings. As a church, we are forced by circumstances to be home. There are concerns that people have. Concerns like, will we be able to go back and be as we used to be in time past? And how are we going to face the new normal which awaits all of us? And I think that when we reflect on what Ellen White says, she is very much emphatic in saying we will be afraid as long as we forget how he has led us in the past. Ngithanda ukuthi bazalwane, as we face the future, let us draw back and learn lessons. Let us draw lessons from how God has been with us. Let us draw lessons on how God has led us. And as we reflect on that, we will be able to know we don't have a basis, we don't have a reason to be afraid. But I don't want us to only end there, bazalwane. Uthi uNkulunkulu mayekhuluma nabo, I don't want you to remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. I will do a new thing, and I will even make a road in the wilderness. uNkulunkulu is not saying to them, I don't want you to think about the past. I don't want you to remember what has been accomplished. He's only saying it in the sense of saying to them, look, don't confine yourself only to the past. Yes, as you think about the past, I want you to know that I'm still the same God. And as the same God, I'm still able to even do a new thing right in your situation. I am able to make a new way right here in the desert. And I think we need that kind of balance, bazalwane, where we do not confine God to the past, where we face our present situations with uncertainty about what God is able to accomplish. He says to them, even in the situation we find ourselves in, I will be able to make a new way. Ngithanda ukuthi ngithi ukuthi bazalwane, even in this very situation where we think that it's complicated, where we think that we do not know what will become of it, God can come up with a new way. God is able to say, you thought that the only way you could do evangelism is when you do it through tents, when you do it through other methods of evangelism we employed in the past. God says, I'm still able to make it doable for you to be able to spread the good news. Question that we must ask ourselves is that, are we only going to limit God to the past? Are we going to make room for God to say, even in this situation we find ourselves in, even under these circumstances, God is still able to accomplish his purposes? Yes, we may have used other methods and God may have made it successful for us, but he says, I'm not limited by that. Even now, I have other methods, I have other ways that we can still accomplish what we ought to accomplish for his purposes. Yes, in the past, God came through for you when you met with your brothers and sisters and you prayed together at church. God is saying, even in your situation where you are alone at home, God says, I'm still able to make a way for you, even though you are away from your brothers and your sisters. God says, I can make a new way right here in the desert. In other words, it says, where you think it's not possible, Nkulunkulu uyathi ukuthi angawakhipha namandi wathi ukuthi wathole noma usehlane. Nkulunkulu says, I have other methods, I have other ways. I am not limited to the past. And umlayeto lo ongifuna ukushiya nani bazalwane ukuthi into lokuqala, we will pass through. Siyodlula kulesimo. Noma singathi ukuthi siyodlula kanjani, kodwa siyodlula bazalwane. The second thing, we will walk through. Bazalwane, angeke lesimo siqede ngathi. Siyodlula kuso, siyophumela ngale kushisa kunamandi, angeke sibe nakho ukuthi uNkulunkulu ashiye emandini. uNkulunkulu ngeke ashiye emandini bazalwane, sitodlula siphumele ngale. uNkulunkulu angeke asiyekele sishe, angeke uNkulunkulu avume ukuthi lesimo lesi senda ukuthi singaphumeli ngale. Kepha noma kunjalo, uma sikhumbula lokakwendile kwisikhathi esidlulile, uNkulunkulu wethu usho mayikhuluma uPaul in the book of Hebrews is the same yesterday, today and tomorrow. uNkulunkulu abe nani kunamhlanje kube kunaphakade. Amen.
Mfundisi Danxa, sithi Jehova akendele kahle mfundisi, akusingathe ngase sonke isikhathi. Kulabane interest lapha ku MMR radio station, siyatholakala ke lapha ke ngokusifonela noma ku WhatsApp 071 1338487. Email yasikhanza lapha ku mmrradiostation@gmail.com. Siyakhona ukutholakala nalapha futhi ma subscribe ku YouTube channel, lapho utothola khona onke ma sermons ethu. Nalabo ke futhi abani interest bangasithuma khona lapha lama le information lesibanikile. Sibonge Jehova ke, isikhathi sethu sesiyavala ke, sesilungisela i-divine ngosi inibusise ngegama Jesu Kristu. Mbele is out. Sibonge nine bekune.